And then Thassa's Oracle enters the battlefield, and you have no library, so you win the game. That's usually how it goes. The deck is also capable of winning with a mid-range kind of game plan. 2 cards went on the bottom for Yasu. That's a Malta 5. Island Pass for Eric. Polluted Delta for Yasuhiro. Finds a basic island of his own. That gets a nod. And apparently I can't create prediction polls right now. It's not working. Yep. All right, there's a ponder resolving. They're just passing the turn.
No, I know. I can't do the thing I want to do with it. Oh, problem. Oh, because it's an upgrade.
Spotting Staff of the Storyteller there. We've seen Yasu play this breakfast deck a bit recently on stream. Running Staff of the Storyteller currently. And I think we're seeing what we were talking about the previous round, where we're going to change which deck we search for with the fetch after it's been placed on the battlefield, which according to Twitch chat is totally fair. All right, Scrubland instead. Force of Phil designing cards in the chat. Very interesting one. Cabal Therapy naming Force of Will. And that's a hit. Cards revealed in hand, double petal, reanimate, animate dead. I can't make a, oh, Thoughtseize and Atraxa. Grand Unifier are the other cards in hand. And Eric arranging it very beautifully on the top right of our screen. Conveniently right next to the little box I hang out in too. Nicely done by Eric. Incredible placement of that hand. Great job. Round of applause for Eric. This is a strange show. The placement of life totals leaves a little bit to be desired. Snore Munchlax. Excuse me. So Nick Knack just resub with Prime. No, without Prime. Regulars. What is wrong? Okay, the overlay, the interface on my end is all jumbled right now. Let me refresh this. Thank you, Nick Knack, for the sub. That's a 9-month badge for Nick Knack. The streamer interface is just not working for me right now. RM Santana, thanks for the sub with Prime. This time I see it correctly after refreshing. Thank you, Santana. Okay, Petal, Dark Ritual.
There's also. Mind if I just borrow one of your dice?
Okay, so 3 black mana floating now. We're going to see a Thoughtseize myself reanimate play here. What's the move? Magenta, thanks for the sub with Prime. 2 months. That's a new badge. Hello, Chris. How you doing? I'm doing great. Thanks for being here. A hype train has just started as well. Incredible. All right, Thoughtseize myself, put Atraxa in the graveyard, animate dead, chosen over reanimate. Trigger? Traxa will trigger. It enters. Has Animate Dead attached to it. And we're revealing 10 off the top. Animate Dead, Entomb, Polluted Delta Swamp, Dark Ritual, Polluted Delta,
Exactly. I was giving this back. That's cool. Sorry. 1, 2.
Grief, Force of Will, Thoughtseize, Brainstorm.
I'm gonna do enchantment. Yeah, enchantment.
So far, Animate Dead has been picked out. That's the only enchantment in there, so that's an easy one. Thoughtseize picked out. That's the only sorcery. No creatures in the pile, right? Is there a creature? Oh, maybe there was a grief that was like pulled off to the side, right? Is it off camera right now? Yeah. There's a grief. Yeah.
I'm gonna pick these. So creature, land, enchantment, instant sorcery. Yep. Then I'm gonna pick.
Okay, so Dark Ritual was chosen as the instant. Everything else seemed pretty straightforward. Yeah, there was a grief. Unfortunately, it got placed off camera, but it's there. You can see it a little bit on the bottom right of your screen. Fetches an Underground Sea. Yasu seems unimpressed by all of it. Yasu looks a little bit upset. Maybe sad. Losing motivation. No longer having fun. Grief pitching Dark Ritual. Let's take a look at Yasu's hand, maybe. Yeah, it'll resolve. All right, Nomads and Core. That's one piece of the combo. Teferi Time Raveler and Flooded Strand. 2 copies of Nomads. Nomads and Core, of course, 1/2 of the combo to potentially mill the deck with Cephalid Illusionist. Shuko is the other option. All right, so another Grief happens. Nomads and Core happens. Thoughtseize happens. Looks like Reanimate will be the last card in Eric's hand. Yasu draws. Flooded Strand and an unknown card. Plays Urza Saga. Has to now beat Atraxa in Grief. It's possible to win this game, but unlikely.
Then I'm gonna gain 6 up to 20. Yeah, no cards.
Yasu just needs to draw the combo pieces back to back, basically.
I know. Oh, I own.
Reanimate 1 unknown card, right?
I have a lot of.
Reanimate 1 unknown. Correct.
Reanimate in 1 unknown card in Eric's hand. Plays Flooded Strand. Only 1 unknown card in Yasu's hand. Looked like Yasu took 1 glance at it and wasn't impressed. We might just be going through the motions here. I don't see any reason why Eric wouldn't attack.
20 seconds.
Making constructs not that exciting. Urza Saga could potentially fetch Shuko. Alright, another Grief evoking here. Pitching Archon of Cruelty. Reveals Shuko in hand. Ouch. That's unfortunate.
Draw, holding Coyote on 3.
Brainstorm, holding priority on Urza Saga trigger. Roland, thank you for the gift subs. 5 gift subs from Roland just dropped into the chat. 128 gift subs on the channel for Roland MTG. Thank you, Roland. Appreciate that. What's up, Roland? We were just watching Roland a minute ago play. Some Naya depths.
Yep.
All right, Urza Saga pops. Roland MTG, huge part of 90s MTG. And Roland with a resub. 37 months for Roland. 37 months. Oh my goodness. We're getting old.
Cast Cephalid.
Oh wow. Did Yasu find it here?
Yep. Trigger.
Equipping with Shuko, milling.
I'm gonna replace
This may have
Thassa.
worked out for Yasu
Three
miraculously.
North Amiibos, a Dread Return, and a Thassa's Oracle.
What?
You could see the whole thing.
Twitch chat said this game was over. They were
I
wrong.
guess it's Splasher. Right now, I'm good.
Never lose hope, everybody. Yasu gets there. Nicely done.
Brainstorm. These were some good draws.
Wow. That was incredible. All right, so it looks like we're going to see Eric on the play here for game 2. Yasu went from looking really sad to looking really excited with everything that was going on over the course of that game. That was incredible. We're still in a hype train here. Looks like Roland is on pace to be a hype train conductor. Someone else can become a hype train conductor using some bits. We'll see if that happens. Flooded Strand after a swamp deployed by Eric. Underground Sea is chosen.
Your net is. This is.
It's only 9 hand.
So it's only the I apologize. It's like 1, 2, 3, and then.
There's a Force of Will.
Qual Therapy named Force of Will. Okay. Eric putting the hand in the perfect spot once again. Double Reanimate, Brainstorm, Thoughtseize, Snuff Out, and I believe the last card is Entomb. Twitch chat can probably see it a bit better than I can. It's either Entomb or Gristlebrand. I can't really tell.
Do you just see people
Thoughtseize targeting Yasu. Let's see Yasu's hand. Dread Return, Surgical Extraction, Brainstorm, Illusionist, Tundra, and Shuko. Illusionist is chosen. Yeah, it looks like that's a Gristlebrand now that I can see more of the card. The top card in Eric's hand looks like it's a Gristlebrand. Plays the Tundra. We'll put the text for Illusionist back up on the screen in case anyone's not familiar. This is the key card in the combo aspect of the breakfast deck to mill the library using either Shuko or Nomads and Core. I keep pressing the wrong command. And then Dread Return to flashback Dread Return to bring back Thassa's Oracle after a bunch of Narcomoebas get milled and enter the battlefield. That's the plan. Surgical Extraction was an important card we saw in Yasu's hand. It looks like, at least currently, Eric has no way of show and telling or anything like that. No blue mana for Brainstorm either. Snuff Out is interesting.
Go. I'm gonna move through my phases. And step fetch.
High Train Complete level 3. 9 subs. Thank you, everybody. Hoping that Thoughtseize gets in the red zone, yeah. Yeah, Illusionist is an awesome chump blocker, that's true.
Oh yeah, go for it. Yeah, sorry.
Although I know.
Okay, so I kind of missed what just happened here. So Thoughtseize put Gristlebrand into the yard, but the land isn't tapped. Maybe they're just forgetting about that. Surgical now on Gristlebrand.
How many cards in hand?
Maybe Eric has interaction here. Force pitching Brainstorm. Surgical is countered. So Reanimate will most likely try to retrieve Gristlebrand next turn. Is it possible we can see a line of Dread Return, Cephalid Illusionist, and then Flashback Cabal Therapy here? Well, let's see what happens.
Return targeting Cephalid Illusionist. Yep, you're good.
I think that's where things are going. Illusionist enters. Okay, so in response to this, we could see Snuff Out on Illusionist. Okay.
Oh, sorry. The trigger resolves. It has to resolve. This because I targeted with trigger. There's two triggers: the Snuff Out trigger and then the Cephalid Illusionist. Because you targeted Cephalid Illusionist and then the Shuko trigger. So I mill 6.
This is whenever it gets
Whenever
targeted.
it gets targeted. Yeah.
Becomes yep, got it. Do your 6 months.
1, 2, 3. Narcomico trigger. And then.
Okay, the Narcomoeba entering the battlefield here could save Yasu by flashbacking Cabal Therapy, potentially.
I'm gonna sacrifice Narcomoeba.
Now there are 2 Cabal Therapies in the yard. One of them is getting flashbacked, and we're getting rid of Reanimate. I think that was higher priority than equipping with Shuko there, but not sure. We knew about the Snuff Out in hand, so that was a little risky. All right, step through getting cast.
I will respond to that. I guess I'll respond to the.
Or cycled, I should say. Cycled, and then Illusionist getting cast.
Yeah,
I think we're seeing a brainstorm in response to the Illusionist being cast. Eric hoping to find a way to counter it, I guess.
Games.
All right, GG has been said. Good games. Yasu gets it.